Should Michael Chandler be applauded? But that in question form. In question form, should he be applauded? Guys, you want to know something? I don't think we have enough information yet. On one hand, Michael Strickland has been the most patient person in MMA. And like the old adage goes, good things come to those who wait. Michael Chandler is a husband and a father. So it's a very big deal that he is out bringing something back on a human level. He said, let's just wait. Let's just wait. I'm the hunter, but I can gather. I can get it all done. I can get it all in this bag, but I got to be patient. It's a very interesting spot. So in that regard, yes, he should be commended, and yes, he should be praised. He believed in himself. He bet on himself. He gambled, and he stayed patient. The reason it's still a question mark is they haven't made that walk yet. I mean, they not only haven't made that walk, there's several steps in front of it. Now, do I believe that McGregor and Chandler will fight and that fight represents McGregor's next fight? Yes. But you better not be any more bullish than that, guys. There's not an on sale. There's not a ticket that you can buy. There allegedly is a venue booked that can't be proven. There is not a bout agreement signed. There is not a weight class chosen. And the biggest piece of evidence that you have that Chandler versus McGregor is going to take place on June 29th, the biggest piece is from Conor himself. You would think that'd be a wonderful witness, right? But Conor himself, that same person, 5 days earlier can be seen on video saying that he was going to box Manny Pacquiao as soon as they agreed on a weight class. So it starts to become an issue of the source. And I do think that this is the plan. I really do, for right now. I don't think that Conor's trolling. I don't think Conor was trolling when he said he wanted to box Pacquiao. I don't think he was trolling at all when he was trying to get a weight established. I don't think he happened to be leaning over the sport's biggest star when he did it. I think you have a genius at work. But the reason that people go to work is to try to get a job, and the reason they try to get a job is to try to get paid. I mean, right now, even your biggest star, even Red Panty Knight himself, is unemployed. So, the video that he put out, the New Year's Day video, I enjoyed. But it was pre-taped. That's a big deal. It's a really big deal, right? It doesn't matter whether it's an apology or an ask or a press release. If you taped it multiple times, if you dropped something to look live that had been in the can, there's a relevance to it. I mean, there is something extremely authentic about Conor McGregor leaning over Cristiano Ronaldo to sell and shout to a media member who I gave the pass to about Manny Pacquiao. He was being serious and he was trying to build something and he had a real interest there. The one reason, and it used to be a matter of when Conor called for something, then it happened. Conor called for a fight on January 20th. They didn't have a venue booked. Boom, he was in that ring fighting Cowboy Cerrone. Conor called to transcend sports and fight Floyd Mayweather, right? I mean, there was a time when he called for it, he went and did it, and the Conor theme is still very real, and Red Panty Knight still does rule the day. But the point snap is gone. And to let you know why the point snap is gone is because there's too much point and there's too much snapping. 1 week prior to the day he called out, said that he was going to be fighting Chandler. 1 week prior to that, he said he was going to be fighting Pacquiao. The one coincidence, the thing holding up the boxing match with Pacquiao was weight. Fast forward a week, when he talks about he's going to be fighting Chandler, the one piece of that was not true was the weight. That was the constant. And there's something in poker that's called a tell. Do you guys have ever watched the great movie Rounders? But there's something in poker that's called a tell, where somebody will do something, they'll have a scratch, they'll have a look, they'll have something when they're lying. Conor McGregor's current tell is weight. When he's lying, it always has something to do with the weight. Him and Manny are box, but they can't work out the weight. Him and Chandler are box, but they can't work out the weight. It's a small tell, it's a small deal. But before we praise Chandler, and I would like to praise Chandler, Michael Chandler just might be the funnest person, the most fun? He might be the most fun athlete to watch in all of MMA. I mean, imagine I was going to give you, I had to give you an awesome fight, so I put Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler, right? Like, you guys would go crazy. What I'm suggesting for you is, before we can give a round of applause, before we fully understand what is happening here, we've got to have a better source. And going right to a principle, going right to the red corner of the main event, nowadays is just not that good of a source.